Hello, welcome back. It has been 2 years, or 20 months. It has been a minute since we've been on a plane. However, I am excited because we are finally getting on a plane today. It is the 6th of January, so we're in Sydney and it has been a mess. I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy to be able to do this. We are traveling to the US, so I will show you what it's like through the airport as we are getting around. We actually went and got our COVID testing done yesterday. So to travel to the US, you can get it done the day before. There's no time frame on it, so we are traveling on a Thursday. We could get tested at any time during Wednesday. So we went out to the airport. We got a rapid antigen test done, and it was like $59 per person. Obviously they all came back negative, and we are on our way to the airport. So we are super excited. We're on our way to the US, and hopefully we get there and there's nothing else. Like I said, it's been hard. It definitely hasn't been easy to do this. Some of these cars have literally been here for so long. Look at this. Oh my god, they've left and even this one here. So the number plates have been taken off. It's like the whole car park is like this. There is just cars everywhere that like time stood still. So we had everything ready, but I forgot to bring the contact tracing forms. I printed them out and then I just forgot to bring them. So we are sitting here along with everyone else filling them out. Okay, update. We have checked in. We are ready to get onto the flight. We haven't gone through immigration yet. We are just sitting like before immigration. We decided to get some food, so here we are. We're eating Thai food. Okay. It was pretty straightforward. They had like a check-in desk, and then there was a list of the things that we needed to produce. So we needed to have copies, like printed out copies of our international vaccination certificate. That was super easy to do. Then we had to obviously have our passport, and then we had to have a CDC attestation form. I can't remember. It was like essentially a contact tracing form that we needed to do. So I forgot to bring that. I printed it out and I completely forgot to have it. And the other thing we needed to show, of course, was our negative COVID test as well. So that was pretty easy. And then we checked in our bags. It was all straightforward. Yeah, and now we are just sitting here. There is 4 restaurants open here. There is a Thai restaurant, there is a Hungry Jack's, there's like a cafe, and there is what looks like a kebab shop, and that is it. Nothing else is open. Like literally nothing else is open. None of the shops or anything. I did ask the woman at the desk and she said that our flight was full, so obviously I will show you that as well. So yeah, this is what we're doing. It is currently, it's 7 o'clock and our flight is boarding at 8:30. So we do have another hour and a half. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Where are we going?
Hawaii.
We're going on the aeroplane. It's dead set so quiet. There's no one here. And they were like looking at everyone's passport going to the US. Like they formed a line and you couldn't get past it. It's like so much more stringent than usual. Belle? What have you got, Belle? This is her breakfast. It's like COVID safe. Everything's COVID safe. Hello, Isabel. Where are we?
We're in Hawaii.
What? So we are in Hawaii. We're at the airport. Legitimately just opened my phone and there are brand new restrictions in New South Wales. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like when we get back to Australia, I don't know what that means for us. Will we be able to get back? Will we be in quarantine? I don't know. What are we doing?
Hello.
We're in a bus.
Where?
It's a bus, isn't it? Hello, we are in Hawaii. We have been here a few days, but since we've been here, I received a few questions off Instagram and TikTok of people in regards to what it's like to leave Australia. So I did want to take the opportunity to jump onto the end of this video and add this information in. So obviously Australia's borders have been shut for 20 months, and as a result of that, things have changed a little bit in regards to international travel. Now, the reason why we chose to come to the US or the state of Hawaii is because it's quarantine-free travel at the moment for Australians, and yeah, it was easy in comparison to other countries. In the midst of this current outbreak, countries are making it a little bit more difficult for Australians, particularly in regards to quarantine, and we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to waste time quarantining on our holiday. So what we needed to do was, the first thing was convert our vaccination certificate into an international vaccination certificate, which is super easy, done. You can literally do it on your Medicare app. My husband and my daughter, that was super straightforward. My son is not vaccinated because he is only 2, so obviously there's no vaccine. So for those two, super simple. And then for me, I wasn't born in Australia, so I'm not traveling on an Australian passport. It was a little bit more difficult. I could not do it on the app. I needed to go into Centrelink, so I needed to go into Medicare. You know, I probably waited an hour. The woman was real great. She said that, you know, they'd been super smashed with that in the last month. Everyone was having the same issue, particularly for people from New Zealand and from the UK due to their visa status. I was born in New Zealand. I do not have a visa because there's like a visa-free agreement between the two countries. Therefore, yeah, it was hard. And she was also saying that for other countries as well, the way their passport is set up and the connection between the international vaccination certificate, people were having trouble. So yeah, if you're not traveling on an Australian passport, definitely do that ahead of time, just in case you have similar issues to what I had. I literally did it the morning that we were due to go. The other thing was you have to have a negative COVID test, and this is the same for pretty much every country that you go to. Sydney International Airport is doing those, and you can get them done 24 hours in advance from your flight. That's what Sydney International Airport is allowing. For us, we didn't have to show, oh, we did actually. When we showed up, we needed to show evidence of our flight. So I just had our flight itinerary and that it was within 24 hours. I will add in here, the US is taking negative COVID tests within the day of traveling, so not within 24 hours. So we were traveling 9:40 on Thursday night, and we could get a COVID test done at any time on a Thursday or any time on a Wednesday, which that was great. We could do that. We actually did go 24 hours in advance, hoping to sneak in. The guy was like, we don't do this. But because we had Atlas, the 2-year-old, he was like, oh, I'm not going to make you wait until 9:40 at night to get it done. So we did sneak in a little bit early. But yeah, they're generally saying 24 hours just because they have been smashed. So we showed up. I couldn't film in there. Otherwise, I definitely would have. So we showed up, we showed our itinerary, and then when we went in, I had prepaid online, like at home, and it was all connected to our passports. So the woman that did our tests, that was quite easy. So we got a rapid test done, which the US is allowing. That was $59 per person, and a PCR test was $79 per person. It was listed on the US CDC site. There was heaps of options. I did see for some other countries, it was like a little bit more technical. I think they were asking for blood tests and who knows what else. So definitely check out that on the site that you're traveling to, like the country that you're going to, not on the Australian embassy website for that country, just because or the Smart Traveller website. I also checked that out, didn't have up-to-date information. So definitely check out for the health website of the country that you are traveling to. The other thing that we needed to show were 2 forms from the CDC. Now, the first one was a contact tracing form, and that essentially gave the information of where we were staying. And then the second form was essentially saying, yes, we swear that the vaccine, we are vaccinated, and we swear that we don't have COVID. Essentially, that's all it was. So when we got to the airport, there was a counter. It was like a ghost town. There was a counter. We had to show those 4 things to a woman. She made sure that we had them. There was heaps of people that did not have this done. We got there 3.5 hours before the flight. The counter was already open. We had no idea how long it would take. I had seen on some people's stories and their TikTok saying that it was taking longer than usual. So I was like, okay, cool. We're not missing this flight. We're getting there earlier. So 3.5 hours before. I'm glad that we did, because like I said, a lot of people just didn't have that paperwork done. Actually, a lot of people didn't have an international vaccination certificate done. They thought that they were just going to use their one from Medicare, which you can't use at all. So we got there, we showed someone at the first counter those 4 things, and then we went and checked in as usual. They didn't ask for any of that. So that's where we're at. If you have any other questions, throw them in the comments, or go to my TikTok or Instagram travel channels, The Real Elle Woods, and I will try my best to answer them there.